I found hotel reservations in my husband's email, and when I confronted him, the truth was worse than I ever imagined. I'm 38F and my world has completely shattered over the past week. I need to get this out because I don't know who to trust anymore, and I'm questioning everything I thought was real about my life. My husband Mark is 41, we've been married for 11 years and together for 14 total. We have 2 kids, Liam who's 9 and Sophia who's 7. We live in a suburb of Chicago where Mark works as an accountant and I work part-time as a paralegal while the kids are at school. Our marriage has always felt solid, not perfect but strong. We have date nights every other week. We communicate well, or at least I thought we did. We just celebrated our anniversary last month with a nice dinner and he gave me a necklace I'd been wanting. He seemed genuinely happy. About 3 months ago I started noticing Mark was working later than usual. He's always had busy seasons at his firm, but this felt different. He'd come home around 8 or 9 looking exhausted but also strangely keyed up, like he had adrenaline running through him. When I'd ask how work was, he'd give vague answers about difficult clients and audit deadlines. I believed him because accounting does have cycles like that, but something felt off in a way I couldn't pinpoint. 2 months ago I was using our shared laptop to pay bills when a notification popped up from a hotel chain. It was a confirmation for a room in Milwaukee for that coming weekend. I almost dismissed it thinking it was spam, but something made me click. It was a real reservation for a king suite at the Pfister Hotel, paid for with Mark's credit card, for Friday through Sunday, this weekend. My stomach dropped. Mark had told me he was going to a continuing education accounting seminar in Indianapolis this weekend. He'd even shown me the brochure a few weeks ago. I checked his email and found 3 more hotel reservations over the past 4 months, all at nice hotels in different cities, all on weekends when he'd supposedly been at work events or visiting his sick mother in Michigan. I felt sick. My hands were shaking so hard I had to stop typing. I'd found proof my husband was cheating on me, or at least that's what I assumed. I didn't confront him right away. I needed to be smart about this. I called my best friend Chloe and asked her to come over. When she arrived I showed her what I'd found and we sat at my kitchen table while I cried. Chloe said I needed more evidence before confronting him. She suggested I hire a private investigator. That felt so dramatic, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized she was right. I found a PI named Frank through a friend of a friend. He cost $2,000 for a weekend surveillance, but I didn't care. I needed to know the truth. Last weekend was the Milwaukee trip. Frank followed Mark and took photos. He called me Saturday afternoon with his initial report. Mark hadn't gone to Milwaukee alone. He'd met another man there. They'd checked into the hotel together and spent the weekend going to museums and restaurants, holding hands, being affectionate in public. The truth started dawning on me then. This wasn't a typical affair. This was something else entirely. Frank emailed me the photos Sunday night. They were clear and undeniable. Mark was with a man named David, someone I actually knew. He's a colleague from Mark's firm who's been to our house for dinner parties multiple times. I stared at those photos for hours, Mark smiling in a way I hadn't seen in years, holding hands with David, their body language so comfortable and familiar.